Coming up on UIWtv, find out how a UIW student became Miss San Antonio. We're also going to look at Ordinary Days, the last play of the semester, and how the UIW tennis team is shaping up with the recent changes they faced. All this and more on UIWtv.
Hello and welcome back to UIWtv as we bring you our final newscast of the semester.
We hope everyone is ready for finals here in a couple weeks. Before we jump in though, there are some congratulations in order. Our very own Abigail Velez was recently named Miss San Antonio USA. Congratulations, Abigail.
Thank you so much, Joy. It has been such an honor. I can't wait to see where this year takes me. And I just want to say thank you for the outpour of love from the UIW community.
Absolutely. Well, we're so proud of you. We're going to have some more details on that later in the show, but for now, let's get caught up on the latest UIW news.
Starting off with another special congratulations to our friends over at the Logos for their big accomplishments. The team at the student-run campus newspaper is celebrating a record number of first place awards from the Texas Intercollegiate Press Association, or TIPA. Logos editor Justin Kreza placed first for general column for his piece urging Congress to raise the minimum wage. Winning alongside Kreza is Logos assistant editor Ruby Fioletto in the category of sports page design. Fioletto also placed first in cover design. Other members of the Logos received awards for their work, including Nimzi Coronado, Victoria Velasquez, and Christina Emmett. Congratulations to all the hardworking Logos team.
An important application for UIW students has seen some changes. We go to UIWtv reporter Ian Barry for more.
Across different devices, your phone, tablet, PC, and it'll look the same.
The UIW Registrar's Office has recently announced that students have received an updated version of the Degreeworks application. Previously, many students had troubles accessing and understanding the old Degreeworks system.
Yeah, I've used Degreeworks before at Northwest Vista Community College and here, but it's like super glitchy, so I don't really use it anymore.
But with this update, many of these issues are resolved.
Students who use their phone as their main device will now be able to access Degreeworks through it, which previously was not supported.
Before the update, some students reported that Degreeworks were showing too little or too many credit hours, and the what if section had degree paths that were no longer offered through the school.
I mean, some issues that they had, some had to do with documentation. There were some back-end things, database tables and different things like that.
The update also changed the look of Degreeworks, making it easier to understand and navigate for students.
Go to the UIW help desk, and right there they can browse on, do a search for Degreeworks, and then all the resources will pop up for them. There'll be a video kind of show what the new interface looks like. There's a guide out there for students and staff.
For UIWtv, I'm Ian Barry.
Make sure to take a look at your student email for more information and resources surrounding these changes. UIW Professor of Optometry Joseph Pizzaminti has been inducted into the National Academies of Practice, or NAP. Founded in 1981, NAP is an interprofessional nonprofit organization representing a range of healthcare professionals who serve as advisors to policymakers in Congress. Fellowship in NAP is an honor extended to those who have excelled in their profession and are dedicated to furthering interprofessional practice, scholarship, and policy. Congratulations to Dr. Pizzaminti.
Well, we are glad to announce that the second episode of the Cardinal Huddle is already out. The sports show about UIW athletics is back with another edition featuring the latest in Cardinal sports. Tennis, fencing, and football are some of the multiple segments that are covered in the program. Executively produced by Zoe Del Rosario, this show brings together student sport commentators to discuss the latest Cardinal games. The pilot episode launched last month.
For the second one, we really want to bump it up and have a lot more, because I feel the first one was just like our foundation, so now we can just move forward and bring more have special guests in the show, have other things.
Through the NCAA championship, I'm here to bring y'all some women's basketball.
With new faces participating, the Cardinal Huddle will be giving monthly updates about athletes with exclusive content, such as footage from the games, live interviews, the top 3 plays of the month, and a lot more. The Cardinal Huddle is available on UIWtv YouTube channel. Be sure to check them out.
UIW is sporting a facelift after the university's oldest residence hall reopened to students. Our live reporter Sophia Martinez is on the scene right now. Sophia, what are we looking at out there?
Thank you, Joy. I'm here in front of Dubuis Hall, where just yesterday, UIW's oldest dorm, built in 1928, reopened its doors as its newest. The ribbon-cutting ceremony featured a grand tour of the new halls, along with complimentary snacks and beverages. Joining in the celebration were former residents of the original Dubuis Hall.
I do wish that the students that are here now and that they can enjoy the same memories that we enjoyed and make new memories, because it is a beautiful dorm and it's still a beautiful dorm.
And it's the cool dorm. It will always be the cool dorm.
After a blessing and dedication by the Sisters of Charity, Dubuis is said to be a favorite among UIW students. The historic memory of its past, partnered with the convenience of modern upgrades, sets it apart as a hallmark of campus life. The biggest upgrade, an addition to air conditioning. Dubuis Hall will be accepting new residents in the fall semester. I'm Sophia Martinez, back to the studio.
Thank you, Sophia. What a historic moment for UIW. With gas prices on the rise, you might think of public transportation as an alternative. But right now, riding a Via bus might not be the best option. Zoe Del Rosario has more on the story.
Every day, workers, students, and people in the San Antonio community rely on public transportation to go where they need to be. But arriving on time at their destination is becoming harder.
They're late. I've actually experienced that this past week, where a driver was actually late, and so I was late getting into work.
This is a result of a nationwide issue.
We are facing shortages in bus operators, as are the majority of the public transit agencies in the United States.
Back in February, VIA announced that they were going to reduce the frequency of 16 of their routes.
In order to still be able to provide the routes that people depend on, sometimes perhaps they needed to just wait 15 minutes. Certain routes, they might need to wait a little longer than that.
Riders don't have to wait long periods at a bus stop, since they can use their phones to know exactly when their bus is arriving. But this doesn't keep them from being late to work, school, or whatever they need to be. The city's transit union says that the need for bus operators isn't only affecting riders, it is also affecting the bus drivers themselves.
They're used to being 3 days off and not 10, and now they have to work 10 and a half, 11 hours just to be able to meet our service.
VIA is actively recruiting for employees through referral and hiring incentive programs, but the union believes they need to do more to keep their current employees.
Reward them, make sure they're being recognized for their job well done and stuff like that. I think that we will start getting staff. People will say, hey, I want to go to work over there.
With COVID restrictions loosening, VIA officials expect the number of riders to continue increasing, while the number of bus drivers remains uncertain.
My hope for VIA Trans is that they get as much input from the riders as possible so that they can fix this problem.
For UIWtv, I'm Zoe Del Rosario.
If you're interested in applying to become a VIA bus operator, you may visit apply.viainfo.net.
Are you looking for a new club to join? The UIW Writers Society could be just the club you're looking for.
In the Communication Arts hallway, there is a club looking to grow its members as well as grow with its members. You may have seen its flyers here and there as you pass by a bulletin board on campus. That club is the UIW Writers Society. Founded by Maria Castillo in January 2021, the Writers Society deems themselves a safe space for students to write and share their literary work.
I wanted to create a club where all writers can just share their creativity, have constructive criticism, and also have a positive space.
And I kept walking. Before I knew it, I was drunk.
This is where the UIW Writers Society has their weekly meetings here on the 3rd floor of the administration building in room 331. Each Thursday at 3 p.m., the Writers Society gathers to present their work out loud and hone their skills by working on a weekly writing prompt.
Maria spoke to me about joining. I had no hesitation. I said, yeah, we have to do something like this. We have to get together, and because I'm sure if I'm a writer lover and poem lover, then I'm sure there's a lot of people out there.
For UIWtv, I'm Jared Luna.
If you'd like to join the Writers Society, you can contact Maria Castillo about joining or join on UIW Engage.
For the first time ever, UIW has earned a place on the 2022 Transfer Honor Roll in recognition of the dynamic pathways UIW has created to support transfer students. Created by the Phi Theta Kappa, the Premier Honor Society recognizes the academic achievement of students at associate degree granting colleges. The Phi Theta Kappa Society is made up of more than 3.8 million members in 10 countries. The honor roll is chosen from among the top 25% of the highest rated colleges. Congratulations to UIW. The Wellness Center hosted their Health and Wellness Fair earlier this week. We go to Lanita for more information.
The Wellness Center hosted their annual Health and Wellness Fair Wednesday, April 6, 2022. The event took place from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Severa Wellness Center. The fair is held every spring semester. Ever since the old Student Center Merriam Hall was torn down in 2016, the Wellness Fair has been held at the Severa Wellness Center. The fair provided vendors with the opportunity to advocate for causes that were important and personal to them.
I got into CPR instructing because my dad actually passed and no one knew CPR around him. So I vowed from that point to try to teach as many people these life-saving skills.
Students had the opportunity to sign up for CPR certification courses. The event promotes a healthy lifestyle and provides health screening services. Among the external vendors was the Alamo Breast Cancer Foundation, who came to spread awareness about the importance of breast exams.
One of the things I think is so fabulous about doing this is talking with a lot of the students, young women especially, who really have no idea of the history of breast cancer.
Someone is anxious and they don't want to talk to a physician, they're embarrassed about talking to a healthcare provider, is find somebody that they can feel comfortable with, talk about it, rehearse what they're going to say until they feel like they're comfortable with the conversation.
Internal UIW vendors also had booths like the Office of Student Advocacy and Accountability, who came to the fair to talk about driving under the influence. The fair was free to all students, faculty, and the surrounding local community. For more events like this, check out UIW's Wellness Center website. For UIWtv, I'm Lanita Harris.
Be sure to check out the Wellness Center's Instagram for any new events and classes at UIW STU Wellness.
It's that time again, time to check out our last social media question of the semester. This time we asked, where are you traveling to this summer? We'll look at those responses later in the newscast, but don't go anywhere just yet. Entertainment news is coming up after the break.
We were at the stores the other day and we were walking around and we walked up to this one store that was like a plant store. Your birthday's coming up, so I was thinking about looking for something for you. So I was walking around and I ended up seeing this one potted plant holder. I showed it to Mom. She really likes it. She might steal it. But she said it would have been perfect for the plant that you had on the side table in your room. I really wish I could have given it to you. If that drunk driver made the right decision that night, my sister would still be with me. If you're drinking, designate a driver, call a rideshare service, or stay the night. Next time you're debating whether or not to get behind the wheel, think of Diana and her story.
You are watching UIWtv, the word on campus.
Good to see you again. I'm Cameron Leal, your entertainment news anchor for today. Let's take a look at all the latest entertainment news from on campus. Starting out Artsy, Amy Schneider took a dive into the theater arts department on their final show of the semester.
The UIW Theater Art Department wraps up the semester with one last show. Ordinary Days is a little out of the ordinary and quite extraordinary for the theater arts students.
We're standing outside of the UIW Theater Department where we got the chance to sit down and talk to director Mark Stringham and find out why exactly we do a musical every 4 years.
So what we try to do is do a different kind or genre of theater over their 4-year experience. Musical is only one of those areas. Other areas may include children's theater, Shakespeare, dramas, etc.
Ordinary Days is a musical showcasing the ordinary lives of Claire, Jason, Warren, and Deb, and the unordinary collaboration they all share with each other living in New York City. Damaris Noriega, playing the character Warren, shares her experience in playing a male role.
Since I sing in a higher range, we went ahead and did every song up an octave. So it's crazy high up there, and it's crazy notes that I never thought I could ever possibly reach.
UIW Theater Arts Department is excited to close on such a happy sing-songy note. For UIWtv, I'm Amy Schneider.
Thanks, Amy. Come back next semester for more of the best in UIW theater. If you're interested in knitting or crochet, there may soon be a club for you. UIW student Marisa Allen is in the process of starting and knitting a crochet club. The club will provide beginner members the chance to learn how to begin participating in these hobbies.
Creating items such as beanies, scarves, blankets, etc. Whatever we really want to make, and sort of build a community for those who enjoy this unique hobby.
For this club to become official at UIW, they need to establish interest with at least 8 student members and a faculty member to be their advisor. Students who are interested are encouraged to reach out to Marisa Allen or Rebecca Engel and express that they would like to become a member. Joy mentioned it earlier, but congratulations are in order for our own Abigail Velez. This week she's supporting a new title.
A familiar face is wearing this year's Miss San Antonio USA crown. UIWTV's very own Abigail Velez, UIW's homecoming queen, recently received the honor, and she's taken no time stepping into her responsibility as Alamo City royalty.
So my social awareness initiative is Value Your Vote, and I'm passionate about voting rights. And with this title, I'm provided a platform where I can speak to the community about the importance of voting and knowing how to value your vote.
Every Miss San Antonio USA or Miss Teen San Antonio USA has a cause that they stand for. Pageant director Shay White says the goal of the Miss San Antonio USA pageant is to build up and encourage women in every area of their lives.
The first most important thing is confidence, a confidence builder, and to help the young ladies love themselves. I always tell the ladies, go be beautiful, and that means inside and outside. And so that my mission for this pageant is to go be beautiful, inside and outside. Your health, your mental health, your physical health, and just your health in the community, what you give back to the community.
As one of her first official royal events, Miss San Antonio USA accepted an invitation from Kendra Scott to attend a private shopping party. Kendra even gifted Miss San Antonio and Miss Teen San Antonio complimentary pieces before discussing possible fundraising collaborations in the future. Kendra Scott has a long history with pageants and giving back to the community. Sandra Brinning is a former Miss San Antonio herself, and now she works for Kendra.
Yeah, it's a blessing to work for somebody like this that actually does give back to the community, and how much she gives back is unreal.
With a year of service ahead of her, Miss San Antonio USA hasn't forgotten her roots or her school spirit.
Go Cardinals! Word up, baby!
With UIWtv, I'm Joy Burgin.
Congratulations, Abigail. We can't wait to see what you accomplished during your reign. Last time we introduced you to the recent return of UIWTV's entertainment program, Cardinal Knights. This time, reporter Danny Montemayor got an inside look at the behind-the-scenes action.
Cardinal Knights started with a UIW alumni, Nani, yet when the pandemic hit, her show had to take a pause.
To bring it back as part of my extended internship project, and because this is something I would want to do in my future career.
When I spoke to Chloe why she wanted to take over Cardinal Knights, she mentioned it was her dream to be a host on a talk show, and this is a step towards making her dream a reality.
You know, the culture of San Antonio, and also have Miss Fiesta San Antonio here to be interviewed and also be able to create a package based on a famous folklorical group.
You won as well. Oh, okay.
Ding! Catch Chloe in her next special, May 2nd, with a special guest. For UIWtv, I'm Danny Montemayor.
Be sure to check out the upcoming episode airing May 2nd at 6 p.m. on the UIWtv YouTube channel. You won't want to miss it. Campus Engagement throws its monthly diversity once again, where they teach students about diversity topics, and the topic this time is the Muslim-celebrated month of Ramadan.
We are offering tea and information, fun facts about Ramadan, so students can read about it. There's free stickers, free cookies, and free tea.
The month of Ramadan is when Muslims fast from food, drinks, and other pleasures from dawn to dusk in order to focus on one's mind and self-control. Along with fun facts, Diversity offered stickers, cookies, and most important of all, their tea. To find out more about Diversity and their next topic, visit the UIW Engage website. Now it's time for Jett's final cut as he closes out its semester of great film reviews. Take it away, Jett.
What's up, everybody? As always, I'm Jett Delgado, bringing you another film review on The Final Cut. If you are a fan of the superhero genre, well then you know that it's an extremely awesome time to be alive. Today, I'll be giving you my thoughts on Matt Reeves' highly anticipated movie, The Batman. Now, when I say highly anticipated, I do not use those words lightly. From the high hopes of casting, late start of production, and several theatrical release delays, The Batman had everyone waiting for so long. Well, now we finally have it, and I am so glad to say that I truly enjoyed this new vision of the Caped Crusader. I really don't have anything negative to say about The Batman, except maybe the runtime of this film. You might want to hold off on that large soda from the concessions, because you're in for a thrill ride that runs for nearly 3 hours. Now is the time where I will put aside my Team Jacob support and give my unbiased opinion on Robert Pattinson as Batman. I feel like this is a version of Batman that I connect with more than any other version. Pattinson does a fantastic way of showing us a new grunge interpretation of this character. We're used to seeing flashy Bruce Wayne on screen, but in this film we don't necessarily see a whole lot of that. We see a dark and vengeful interpretation that was definitely interesting to see. A great cast also parallels to Pattinson by showing us reinvented adaptations of the characters we all know and love. A cast with Zoe Kravitz, Paul Dano, Colin Farrell, and Jeffrey Wright complements the entire film with a great story that will surely have you at the edge of your seat. If I had to say what my favorite part of the film was, it would have to be the interaction we see between Jim Gordon and Pattinson's Batman. It's something we haven't seen before, and I believe it's refreshing to this franchise. Now, I will say The Batman is an awesome film that surpasses what we've seen the past 5 years, but I still firmly believe The Dark Knight still reigns supreme as the best Batman film for obvious reasons. But like always, don't just take my word for it. Get out there and check out this mega box office attraction that has generated over $6 million. Once again, I'm Jett Delgado, and this has been The Final Cut.
Thanks, Jett. We are sad to see our favorite film reviewer go, but we wish you the best on your post-grad endeavors. That's all I got for you today for entertainment news. Sports is coming right up, so don't go anywhere just yet. For UIWtv, I'm Cameron Liel.
Who are you?
Doesn't matter who I am. At least, not to you. Looks like you got more important things to worry about anyway.
No, man. It was just one text, though.
That was enough to screw that guy over.
But it's fine, though. I didn't even hit the guy.
Oh, you thought you did, but you did. You see that guy? He's well, you know.
No, this is wrong. I didn't mean to hit the guy at all. Please, I'm sorry. You know, I didn't.
Happy to see you tuned in. I'm Zoe Rosario, your sports anchor, here to unpack the news around our UIW athletic teams. Let's start things off with UIW softball, who beat the UTSA Roadrunners last night in a 5-2 contest. This is the Cardinals' first win against UTSA since May 2018. Our Cardinals held the UTSA offense to just 4 hits in the game to secure the victory. Baseball also took on the Diamond this week, but faced a different result. On Tuesday, the Cardinals lost to Tarleton State University with a final score of 14-6. The team had come off a 3-game series sweep against Northwestern State over the weekend. Also, UIW women's tennis took on Prairie View A&M University at their home court, winning 4 of their matches versus the 2 from the Panthers. The Cardinals finished out their regular season with the most wins in Division I program history. And speaking of tennis, our men's team is celebrating their Southland Conference regular season title for the first time since 2018. The team shares the crown with New Orleans and Texas A&M Corpus Christi. All 3 teams finished with a 2-1 conference record, but our Cardinals were the only ones to hold an overall 9-1 record at home. The team now gets ready to compete in the conference tournament in New Orleans as the number 2 seed. I just gave you the numbers, but our own reporter Drew Minter had the opportunity to see men's tennis from up close.
UIW men's and women's tennis are in full swing this spring season and have been making noise at the Mabry Tennis Center. After a coaching change that brought in a new staff, there were new standards to set and be met. This created friendly competition between the men and women. That allowed them to focus on making each other better, day in
changes
and
this
day out.
past year. We got a new coach, and we've just, in our results, have seen a lot of progress so far. They hold us accountable. They push us hard every day and really just start that fire underneath our feet.
That fire has also been seen in the men's team as well. Off to an impressive 12-6 start, the men's tennis team is serving wins, and lots of them at home. The Cardinals currently hoist a perfect 9-0 record when playing at home. With only one more conference opponent to play and beat,
we've had
the
a lot
Cardinals
of
look to make
improvement, I want
history.
to say, over the last years, and that improvement has almost led us to conference now, and we're close to it. So
After seeing all the moves UIW tennis has to offer, I decided to get in on the action myself. So fun. It's harder than it looks. For UIWtv, I'm Drew Minter.
Thanks, Drew. Wishing our UIW tennis the best of luck and congrats on all their outstanding accomplishments. Whether they are on the court, the field, or the diamond, our Cardinals sure know how to make their presence felt. On Monday, UIW Baseball's Rich Rogers won the Southland Conference Hitter of the Week honors. During the Cardinals' first conference series sweep over the weekend, Rogers had a season high of hits, triples, home runs, and runs scored. He secured his 200th career hit on the series finale against Northwestern State on Sunday. UIW track also left its mark this weekend as the team hosted the UIW Invitational. Some of the highlights include Parker Barrett finishing first place in the men's javelin, breaking the program record, and Abby Gray's gold in the women's 1500 meter run, also breaking UIW's program record. The team is currently competing in Utah at the Brian Clay Invitational. Best of luck, Cardinals. I think we all know what time it is. Let's take a look at all the Cardinal action in store for the weekend. Baseball looks to bounce back from their recent loss as they play their 3-game series against McNeese University on the road. Men's tennis closes out their season in Houston as they play Rice University on Sunday at 11 a.m. And last but not least, Cardinals fans will have to wait a little longer for this one since softball takes on the Texas State Bobcats on Wednesday at 5:30. It's go time for UIW sports, so make sure to cheer on your fellow Cardinals this week. Well, there's the final buzzer on sports news. Thanks for sticking around. This has been Zoe Rosario for UIWtv. But before we close, let's go back to Abigail, who has amazing social media responses from our viewers.
Thanks so much, Zoe. Yes, we do have our responses for our social media question. This week, we asked, where are you traveling to this summer? Justin Creza says South Padre Island. Danny Montemayor says Canada. That sounds exciting. Thank you for your responses, and we're wishing you safe travels. And that concludes our final newscast of the spring 2022 semester. Thank you for joining us today.
We hope everyone has a fun and safe summer vacation, and good luck on those finals.
We'll see you again in the fall, but until then, I'm Abigail Velez.
And I'm Joy Burgin.
And this has been UIWtv, The Word on Campus.